And for more on the growth of China's private space companies, I spoke with Ian Christensen. He's Director of Private Sector Programs at the Secure World Foundation. That's a group dedicated to secure, sustainable, and peaceful uses of outer space.
Well, yeah, it's a very interesting development. I think we're glad to see it. The space sector is globally involved in competitive markets, so any introduction of new private sector capabilities brings more innovation into the sector, and that's a positive development. I think specific to the launches that we saw from iSpace and OneSpace in the last few months, it's indicative to me of an emerging change in the business model that we see in the Chinese sector, maybe perhaps less significant from a technical milestone standpoint, but a sign that we're seeing companies emerge in China which may act in a more innovative and risk-tolerant manner that may change the way that sector is able to engage on the global scale.
iSpace describes itself as developing high-quality, low-cost, fast-responding commercial launchers. China actually now has more than 60 private companies in the commercial space industry. So how would you describe the growth of China's space industry, the private space industry, and what you've been seeing so far?
Beginnings of that innovative competition in the market that we're able to see in sectors or in places like the U.S. and Europe, elsewhere, where there is that more established private sector space startup scene. Those companies compete against each other, and that brings new innovations, new technology, new business models to the market that provides benefit for everyone. And I hope that we begin to see that emerge out of the Chinese sector as well.
The private rocket launched last week was launched from a government site. We also see this with other private space companies. Will private companies always need some type of government collaboration or assistance, or is there some sort of goal to completely become independent?
Well, I think that for the foreseeable future, the government will always be an important customer for most space launch companies. That's where a significant amount of the need for access to space is right now, and that will continue to be an important source of demand. What the change that I think we'll see over time, and we're beginning to see it, is that government will act less to set the requirement or to specify the details of a program, but simply be there as someone who might purchase those services in an open environment. And I think that's an important factor in a maturation of a segment like space launch.